According to a recent report by automotive site Parkers, as many as 1 in 3 van drivers is a victim of theft. And if you're a builder, a sparky, or a plumbing engineer, you'd better watch out because there's more of a chance of you being a victim. Last year saw a whopping 25% increase in van tool theft, with power tools attracting the thieves. So what can we as tradies do about it? Well, I'm delighted to welcome Mike Horsfall to Champions of the Trade podcast, founder and inventor of VanGuardian. Mike is going to chat to us about van and tool theft and tell us what we can do to prevent it. Welcome to the podcast. It's great to have you on the show.
Yeah, it's good to be here, Sam. Yeah, looking forward to the chat.
Cool, great. So you're a plumbing and heating engineer by trade, and you invented the VanGuardian. So I'm thinking that van theft is something close to home to you.
It is, yeah, you're quite right. This is the reason why VanGuardian was invented. It's because I'd suffered all the variations of not tool theft as much, but van crime. Right. And copper pipe theft from a pipe carrier. And it's the damage to the van and the escalation of it and the how many times it's happened to me. And yeah, over 35 years, I have had 2 vans stolen and had my whole livelihood taken out of their tools and everything that I'd accumulated over the time. So I know even at that level how devastating that can be to any business, whether it's a small sole trader or even a business that's running multiple vans that are, you know, just another month away from getting another van damaged, how it just escalates. So yeah, I've experienced it firsthand on that front.
How did it make you feel when you discovered that your van was a target to thieves?
Yeah, van crime is, obviously we're all aware of it. I mean, we're even more aware of it these days. And if you've never suffered from van crime, you're aware of somebody else that has within your circle. So it's very close to home. And so you how it makes you feel is a little bit it's like, can't believe that it's happened. And straight away, you're looking at your scheduling, how it's affecting your workload, how you're going to be able to function. So I had that as a sole trader, how immediately all my jobs had to stop. And you're like, well, I've no tools. I can't really do that. And I can't do that. And the backlog of work that's involved. You've got to have time off then to sort out the insurance. You start looking at the financial hits that you're going to be taking, excess to pay, the tool replacement if you've not got anything in place for that, which I never had. I always took it on the chin, thought I wasn't going to be a victim, but at the end of the day, ultimately I was, and I ended up, like I say, paying the price to reinstate all the tools that I'd had stolen. So yeah, I know exactly how it feels like. And imagine getting a brand new van though and having it damaged. That's what's so sickening. It's just a double whammy. And that's why we made VanGuardian, to try and alleviate that problem.
So that's obviously you've had quite an impact on your own life from that. I mean, from your experience, I mean, do you think insurance companies actually pay out enough to enable the traders to get back on their own feet again?
Well, that all depends on your policy and who you're dealing with, I guess, on that front. I aren't saying that an insurance policy is the definitive answer, because unless you've got some protection on your vehicle, then you're leaving yourself vulnerable to an attack. Now, irrespective of insurance and irrespective of tool cover, I do think that the smart money is all about protecting your vehicle and safeguarding what's inside. And that's where VanGuardian comes into it. It's been born out of seeing the situation and how it affected me directly, to come up with a cost-effective solution for a vehicle to be protected, to safeguard its contents inside. And that's our win-win scenario that you'll get when you buy VanGuardian. And being a flexible solution, it's very adaptable and flexible for all types of vehicles, trucks, camper vans and motorhomes is also coming into our forte as well. Right. But great, yeah.
So I mean, I believe there's 62% of criminal activity actually happens outside of your home. So I mean, how does VanGuardian differ from other alarm systems that are on the market?
Yeah,
And
it's a
do you
great question, that. Great question, Sam, thanks. And sorry to interrupt you then, but it's a great question. And 62% of van crime is committed outside the van owner's home. And where we differ is with a factory fitted alarm, if you've indeed got one fitted, because there are 30% of vans manufactured that are on the roads that don't even have an alarm system,
Wow.
which seems ludicrous, but it's an actual
Yeah.
fact. And then we get in vans that people think are alarmed, but they are, but in the cab, not in the cargo area, which we're seeing where the damage is. So we've now emerging is various methods of getting into a van that might be alarmed that don't activate the alarm. So door peeling and this panel piercing that we're seeing for opening the back door, it deactivates the factory fitted alarm. So all these things have been done around what currently exists. And again, that's why we've made VanGuardian a visible deterrent from the exterior of the vehicle. But by being positioned on the exterior of the vehicle, it creates a powerful, unimpeded alarm. And you've said quite rightly, 62% outside your home. Well, that happens because you don't hear it. And VanGuardian answers all them problems with a solution. So you do hear it. The powerful unimpeded 110 decibel alarm ensures that you hear anybody who's sniffing and moving around your van. It'll activate the alarm.
So there's quite a lot of potential savings for the tradespeople that do invest in VanGuardian security solutions versus the potential of replacing the equipment and their tools. So I mean, how easy is it to install the VanGuardian alarm system?
Well, it's another great question. Thanks for asking as well, because it's simple to install. We looked at the process of an end user and what puts barriers in the way. And of course, we've gone with a battery operated device because we don't want to interfere with the wiring. We don't want people scratching there thinking, what do I do with that? And get complicated. So we've gone with a battery operated device. Batteries will last up to 6 months in standby, between 3 and 5 months in everyday use, which is more than acceptable. Low battery indicator lets anybody know when the batteries are running low, so they can factor in time to replace it, convenient time. And because we then have used and patented the base solution, where we use a high bond adhesive tape to attach it to the vehicle, this high bond adhesive tape is fully waterproof. As long as you follow the correct install procedure and apply pressure, use your 3M wipe, etc., then you'll get a strong lasting waterproof bond from which to attach the VanGuardian alarm. And that in essence makes it quick, simple, easy to install, and that's in essence one of the beauties of the product. Any end user with very little skills can actually install the VanGuardian.
And more importantly, it's very difficult to be taken off by a prospective criminal.
Of course. It has to be, one, it activates on contact. So if anybody did try to remove it, they'd be activating the alarm, which we know. If they get aggressive and try to remove it, then they're going to activate other alarms on the van, which is what plays into the narrative of the zonal system. Each zone will protect each other. So once the level of aggression has been raised, other alarms will be going off, thereby drawing more attention to the activity. I mean, a great example, if you did see Dragon's Den series, was Peter caught me off guard and started to try to remove the VanGuardian off the back of the van, which ironically has been on my demo van for 2 years. And I'm grateful that he didn't manage to get it off, because we do test it. But at the end of the day, Peter would have loved to have got it off, but he unfortunately couldn't get it off. He actually demonstrated full-heartedly what a thief has to do when they approach a van with VanGuardian on. They might see it as a threat, but if they try to remove it, they start that process of drawing attention to themselves.
Yeah.
And therein lies the deterrent.
So, I mean, what's the response been from your customer base regarding the effectiveness of your product?
Yeah, great. We've had some great response. We've had some CCTV footage sent in, how it's deterred the criminal activity, deterred the tool theft, and you see it play out brilliantly on some of the CCTV footage. But we've also had comments on our LinkedIn social media aspect, on our Google My Business pages of customers that have, testimonies of it deterring the criminal activity and protecting the tools. So far, we've had a fantastic response, and you've only got to just do a bit of research and you'll see what our customers are saying to see the value of it. There's no smoke and mirrors here. It does exactly what it says on the tin, as Peter had to concede in the end.
Yeah. So I mean that kind of brings us on to you kind of jumped ahead there a little bit from me,
Right.
and I was going to ask you, what was it like appearing on Dragon's Den?
Oh, well, it was initially a challenge. We obviously you have to try and forget about the cameras, and ultimately I boiled it down to a great opportunity to expose VanGuardian on national television. And from a marketing perspective, it was fantastic. It's actually launched the business.
Great.
It's put eyes on the product and on the brand, and people are coming to us in the droves. We have some big companies now. If I can drop a little hint in there, Yes Electrical are our main retailers, national retailers now for this product. If you have a local Yes Electrical store near you, you can pop in there. If they haven't already got it in stock, then you can order it and have it delivered through your local retailer. Yes. So what that's going to offer us is a fantastic opportunity of growth, exposure, and it's brilliant for the business. We're just going from strength to strength. We have some really exciting products coming out, which actually were demonstrated on Dragon's Den. Any eagle eyes, if they'd have seen the table at the side of the van, they would have questioned what was on there.
Right.
Well, we have some innovative ideas that we're bringing out, and they were actually on display there, but nobody paid any attention to
No,
that.
no.
Which is, it's not my problem.
That
We're very excited with where we're going, and when we introduce these new products, I think people will be as well.
great, great. And so I mean, and apart from investment, that's a great way to help inform people about what is going on with van theft and things like that, isn't it?
It
Um,
is.
because it seems to be kind of trapped within the world of the tradespeople, but obviously being on TV, you're able to demonstrate to the rest of the population that it's a really serious thing that's going on.
That's right, and I was surprised how much the motorhome camper van fraternity picked up on it,
Yeah.
and they've been very responsive. We've brought out just an innovative idea of a wall switch now that they can position inside the camper, and the beauty of having it on camper vans is the fact that you can arm it at night whilst you're occupying your camper van and throw that
Okay.
blanket of protection whilst you're actually sleeping in there, because it don't go off with wind sway, buffering,
Yeah.
and actually, actual generalized occupation of a camper van. You can still arm it and yet have that protection that you would do, say, with a home alarm to stop any intruders, door tampering, removing the bikes off the back, trying the door handles, things like that. Just gives you peace of mind, and it's fantastic for that.
Yeah, it's amazing how much theft actually happens when you're asleep at home and you're not unaware about it until the following morning.
Yeah.
I can relate to that because it happened to my grandparents' property a few months ago. They broke in. My grandparents woke up, didn't realize they'd been stolen. Things had been stolen till several hours later when they kind of pieced together what had gone on.
Yeah, well, we're domesticating it. That's one of the exciting things. I'll let that kind of, it's a bit of a, I don't know what's the word, premiere, I guess.
Right.
But
Yeah.
we're,
Yeah.
we're working on a garage door alarm and a patio
Brilliant.
door solution. And so these domesticated versions are coming out very, very soon. I think people will be very excited about what we bring in for that. So yeah, we're going to be domesticating VanGuardian, and that's really exciting for us.
Cool. Great. And you can color code. You do color coding for your systems as well. Is that correct? So
We do, Sam. Yeah, we've had to. We've with the omnidirectional sound refraction cover plate that we also patented, which again, ironically, never got mentioned on Dragon's Den.
Right.
It kind of went a million miles an hour, and getting stuck on talking about the bass before Peter interrupted never got us talking about the second part of the patent, the omnidirectional sound diffraction cover plate, which actually covers the speakers up. It means it can't be blocked off with anybody just grabbing it. It means it provides 100% waterproof protection for the product. And with omnidirectional sound refraction, it increases the audible capacity of the alarm, so it makes it
Wow.
louder. And the final jigsaw piece is the color coding. So now we can color code this cover plate to match the color of any van. And that's, it's actually our second best selling products that we sell on the website. So it's been
Great.
very, very well received as color coding. Yeah.
So it sounds like VanGuardian is something that we all need. And it does sound like an amazing product. How would our audience learn more about VanGuardian? And I mean, apart from the company you mentioned earlier, how else could they get their hands on one if they don't have that store local to them?
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, you can come and visit us on our website, www.vanguardian.co.uk. You can see all the products on there. You get you get a description of the products. You get, once you go into the shop, you'll see the bundles that we offer. And by looking at the bundles and the images, you'll be able to simulate what's suitable for your vehicle, which bundle is best suited for you. And if you have any inquiries, just pick up that phone. We always answer the phone. Pick up that phone and we'll answer any of your inquiries. We'll help you through the process if you need that help. And of course, as we've mentioned, Yes Electrical, our national retailer at the moment, you can pop in there as well.
So Mike, thank you very much for coming on the show. This is a topic that has the potential to affect every single trade out there. So it's been really helpful to get an insight and to help our audience.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Right.
It is indeed. It's cost effective, simple to install, and like I says, your van is more protected once you've got a VanGuardian on it. If you can eliminate the time that thieves can operate around your vehicle, you're going to go some ways towards preventing the criminal damage and the theft of your tools, and that's got to be a win-win. So check us out, come and see us at VanGuardian, and let us keep thieving hands off your van.
That's it for today. I know I'm going to be placing an order as soon as we're off the air, so I'll make a follow-up video and show you how to install the VanGuardian system. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment below. I'll leave the details and links in the description box, so be sure to check out the site and protect your tools and your business. So please share this video with anyone you think it might help. And if there are any trades in your life that aren't protected, please send them the link or buy them the alarm for Christmas, and let's stop thieves from destroying our livelihoods. Thanks for watching. See you again soon.